Are you ready to expand your life and reality? Join us for the next hour with Jamie Bates as she shares life-changing thoughts, techniques, and awarenesses to help you expand your reality.
Hello and welcome. I am Jamie Bates, consciousness facilitator and expander of realities. My mission with my radio show is to create greater awareness of what is possible and to expand you beyond the limitations of this reality. I am grateful that you're joining me today. Today, I have a special show for you, and today I am talking about stop wishing and hoping and know what's true for you. Today is a blistery cold day here in Michigan. I'm not sure where you are in the world, but today in Michigan, we are dealing with some extreme cold, some extreme temperatures, some extreme snow. And so I am grateful to be warm in my office and talking to you about really getting into this energy about no longer wishing and hoping and really getting into what's true for you. So today, let's go ahead and put our barriers down, our barriers down, our barriers down. Let's take some nice deep breaths to really get all the way fully present in our body. And let's go ahead and allow our being to expand. So go ahead and make yourself as big as the state that you're in. Go all the way out and all the way down and all the way up. Take a nice deep breath. And go ahead and go out as big as the country that you're in, all the way out and all the way down and all the way up. And if you're not familiar with expanding, all we're doing is expanding out your being, not your body, and you don't have to do anything. You just have to allow your being to expand. There's no need to think about anything or to even visualize anything. We're just going to allow your being to expand. So go ahead and make yourself as big as the planet that we're all on, as big as planet Earth. Bigger, faster, bigger, faster, bigger, faster, bigger, faster, bigger, faster. Nice deep breath. And the universe. And the multiverse. Multiple universes, times that by million, times that by million, times that by million, times that by million. All the way out to the space of who you be as the infinite being that you be. Awesome. So today we are talking about wishing and hoping, right? This place where you're wishing and hoping things are going to turn out, things are going to be okay, things are going to turn out in your favor, instead of really truly just knowing, like, hey, what is going on? Hey, how are things going to turn out? Hey, what can I be aware of here? You know, the thing is when we go to this wishing and hoping state, what we're really doing is we're resisting information. We're not allowing ourselves to have all of the pieces of the puzzle, right? We're not allowing ourselves to know what's real and true. You know, the main problem I see is that people feel like if they have enough awareness, they will find out that maybe their relationship is a bust, or maybe that they aren't even happy, or that they're going to find out something terrible about their life or about who they are. You know, we all have these like weird places where we feel like we don't want to know certain things about ourselves. Like, oh gosh, if we know that, that's going to mean all of these things that it's going to mean. And that's not even true at all. Everything, all of that is. And everywhere you're in resistance of awareness, all of that, 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 everything, all of that is, and all of that resistance to awareness. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And all we're going to do is we're just going to change this energy. So all we have to say is, yes, I choose that now. I'm just going to vaporize that. Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Now what I'm doing here by vaporizing this is I'm just changing the energy so you can have a different possibility. Yeah, and take a nice deep breath. Like, isn't it time for you to have a different possibility in your life? Aren't you ready to stop resisting and looping in all of these weird places where you're making yourself wrong, where you're worrying and where you're carrying all this upset about who you are and what you've done in the past and who the people around you are and what's happened in the past? Like, aren't you done with that? Yeah, and everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There we go. Nice deep breath. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Awesome. And just settle that all the way through and all the way through and all the way through and all the way through. I'm here to tell you that, like, 100%, that having more awareness isn't going to do anything but improve your life. When you have more awareness, you can make better choices for yourself. You can make better choices for your family. You can make better life decisions. You can make better uh, financial decisions. I mean, everything becomes easier in your life when you have awareness about situations and you get out of this place where you're wishing and hoping. You know, we do so many things wishing and hoping that they're going to turn out. What if you just knew? What if you knew they were going to turn out? Today I wanted to kind of look at one aspect of wishing and hoping in particular, because I feel like this is a place where we perpetrate most of our wishing and hoping, and that is really in relationship. We wish and hope that people are going to choose certain things, or things are going to turn out a certain way, or that, you know, miraculously things are just going to change, or whatever it is that you're wishing and hoping, and cycling in this unawareness cycle of not actually really truly knowing what's real and true. And so today I wanted to really kind of dive into all of these places that we're wishing and hoping, and the relationships around us, instead of really truly knowing what's true. So everything that doesn't allow that for us today, everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. So what I see often in relationships, whether it's new relationships people are entering into, or it's relationships that they've been in a long time, it doesn't even mean, I'm not even talking about romantic relationships. I'm just talking about relationships as a whole, friendships, business partners, right? Is that people often have an idea of what they have decided it has to look like. Okay, and we do this with lots of different things, right? We decide that this is how we want something to look. Okay, then we move forward and we go, okay, this is how I want it to look. Okay, where's the person that's going to fulfill that that spot that's going to create it the way that I want it to look, right? Regardless of what relationship it is. Okay, and so then what we do is we find someone, right? And instead of knowing that what this person is and who this person is, and even if this person is even capable of fulfilling the duties that we require, what we do is we choose that person, and then we wish and hope that this person is going to be able to fulfill those duties. Yeah. Instead of actually going, hey, wait a second, this is what I want. These are all of the things that it looks like, right? And even really even getting clear about exactly what it looks like. Oftentimes, we're not even very clear. We're just aware of like, okay, let's take for instance, if you're looking to have a relationship with someone, right? You're looking to have a relationship with someone. So what you're doing is you're kind of frantically searching, frantically searching for this person to show up in your life, and somebody shows up and you start dating them and you decide that this person is the person that is going to fulfill all of these requirements for you, and you start wishing and hoping, and what happens is your brain starts looping you into like, oh my gosh, but what if this isn't the person, and what if this isn't bad, but you go, oh no 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 no, it's going to be good, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, right? And you have this inner battle going on, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And you know what's interesting about the inner battle is most people don't even realize that they're even having an inner battle. You know, I'll talk to people and they'll be telling me about what's going on, and I'm like, how long have you been having that inner battle? And they're like, I'm not inner battling. I'm like, you're not? Because that sure does look like inner battle to me. It's like we've become so accustomed to not knowing and having this inner battle within us about every single decision in our lives that we don't even realize that we're in inner battle. Yeah, everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. When in all actuality, when you're in what's true for you, when you're in your awareness, when you're in the space of being able to flow in information, that inner battle isn't even there. It's like all of a sudden you have awareness of everything that's real and true. You have awareness of where you're going and what you're doing, and what a choice is going to create, and what entering in relationship is going to be like with this person. And you don't have to inner battle because there's nothing to inner battle about. Everything, all of that is, and everywhere you're not allowed to access that part of your life, you're not allowed to have that much ease, you're not allowed to be that much space. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Nice deep breath. Settle into that space, settle into that space, settle into that space. So I'm going in with this whole relationship thing, right? And so we've decided that we want a relationship and we want it to look like all of these things. Then we meet someone and we decide that this person is the person that's going to fulfill all of these requirements. And then as we're moving on, instead of keeping in our awareness of really knowing what's true and knowing what's going on and knowing if this relationship actually works for us or not, we continue to perpetrate this energy of wishing and hoping. And so what we're doing is we're projecting at the person that this is what we want, right? This is the vision of what we're looking for. And we start projecting that on the person, not even knowing if that person is actually truly capable of creating that, or if that person is even in alignment with what we want. Yeah, everything, all of that is, and everywhere you're doing that, and everywhere you're choosing that, and everywhere you're caught in that, and everywhere you're tangled in that energy, and everywhere you have to function within that. Yeah, everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. We continue to do it. We continue to perpetrate this energy of, I'm not going to be aware, I'm going to wish and hope. You know, I wrote a blog recently about an experience I had. It was a family experience. And there was a situation where some family members were expecting someone else to do something. Okay. Now, the track record with this person was this person never really followed through. Okay. That was really what had happened in the past. That is really kind of the place that this person functions at within family, and without making that person wrong, and without even really putting a right and wrong on it. The thing is you have to acknowledge what is present, right? So I was having a conversation with someone in my family, and she was telling me basically how they're wishing and hoping that this person is going to follow through with this thing. And what was interesting about it was she didn't say that they had asked this person to do it and the person agreed. What she said was they had all decided that this is how they were going to do this thing. There was uh, basically, like, there was a thing that had happened and they had decided, I'm trying to make this as fake as possible, they had decided that they were going to give divide the what's the word I'm looking for, divide the responsibilities up equally, right? And they were going to divide these up into three people, and they were going to give each person this set amount of responsibilities. Well, she was telling me this, and she was telling me how they had given this one person in particular this list of responsibilities for this event that was happening. And instead of saying, like, this person agreed to doing this, or this, they said, we're basically wishing and hoping that this person takes care of it. And I said, well, did anybody ask this person if they were going to be able to do this? And she said, no, well, it was basically kind of assumed that this person was going to do it because of the family relationship, so on, so on, so on, right? And then so I'm like, okay, well, so basically you're just wishing and hoping that this person is going to complete this task, all the while not checking in, right, to see if the person is even capable of completing the task. And you didn't even actually ask, you just basically assumed. So what are you really setting yourself up for in those types of situations, right? We're setting ourselves up for being disappointed. We're setting ourselves up for really failure on all levels, instead of really being clear about what's going on and what is expected, and what the outcome is, and then checking in with the person to see if the person is even capable of actually creating it. You're just going to wish and hope that it turns out for the best. Okay. Well, everywhere all of us are doing that, and everywhere all of us are perpetrating that cycles onto others, and everywhere none of us are allowed to actually be aware of what's actually real and true. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. More space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. So what is everything that's keeping you looping and wishing and hoping? Everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Everything, all of that is, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. It's interesting. I've been working with a couple women one-on-one, really helping them find their, like, someone they've been searching for, right? Like their relationship that they've been looking for. And what's interesting about that is people will start dating and they will decide that this person is the person that they want to spend the rest of their life with, right? Without even actually really having full awareness of who this person is, if this person matches them, if this person is even compatible in their life. And that's part of, because that's what we've been programmed to do. We've been programmed with this idea that we always have to see the good in everyone, right? And the thing is by getting out of wishing and hoping and getting into awareness, you're not like, it's not like you're going around being this judgmental person. You're just saying if this person is in alignment with you or not. And everything all of that is, and all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Everywhere you're not allowed to see if people are in alignment with who you be. Oh, everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. It's interesting because like I can already feel like people, and this is often very, very, I'm going to say common too, is people start getting into this and they start kind of freaking out like, oh my God, what if I find out that, my partner of the last 20 years and me aren't compatible? Well, the reality is you've already chosen each other, right? So now it's a totally different system, because now you just have to learn how to release what doesn't work and step into more of what does, right? And still, again, it's not about wishing and hoping that they're going to turn into a different person. It's about having awareness of who they are and where they're at and what they're functioning in. And even being the willingness to even look at, who am I? Where am I functioning at? What am I doing? What patterns am I perpetrating that may or may not work for me? What patterns am I perpetrating in relationships that may or may not work, right? When I get out of wishing and hoping that my relationship's going to get better, when I get out of wishing and hoping that one day everything's just going to be fine, and I start really truly allowing myself to have awareness of what is true. Hey, what's going on here? Okay, there's some things that don't work in this relationship. Okay, right? There's things that don't work in lots of relationships. I'm willing to say in probably most relationships. And 99% of relationships, there's things that don't work, right? But if you actually truly allow yourself to have awareness of what's true, awareness of what's going on, awareness of where the patterns are that don't work, awareness of the things that the person does that doesn't work for you, awareness of the things that you perpetrate that don't work for you, awareness of where the relationship as a whole that doesn't work, you can get out of this never-ending looping cycle of worry, of wishing, of hoping, of praying that it's all going to be okay, and you can get into truly choosing emotions and actions and conscious patterns that truly do work for you. Everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. And everywhere you're not allowed to choose that, everything, all of that is. And all of that, all of that, all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And just let all that go. What if you truly could have awareness of what is true for you? What if you no longer had to continue to loop in wishing and hoping and understanding and really stand in knowing what is true for you, for your relationship, for your future? Everywhere that feels really scary, and everywhere that feels like a resistance of fear, everything, all of that is. And all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. It isn't scary to know. It's way scarier to wish and hope, because that sets you up for being hurt. It sets you up for being taken advantage of. It sets you up for being stolen from. It sets you up for all kinds of terrible things to happen in your life when you're wishing and hoping, because you're not using your awareness in wishing and hoping. When you're using awareness, you're capable of knowing what other people are capable of creating. You know all of a sudden what people are um, willing to do. You know all of a sudden what people are willing to perpetrate. If someone's willing to be violent with me, I don't want to wish and hope that they're going to be nice. I want to know it. I want to feel it in my body. I want to have complete and total awareness of it. I don't want to wish and hope that they're going to be a good person. I want to know who they are, what they're capable of creating, what they're capable of perpetrating. And everywhere you're not allowed to know that, all of 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 that, everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Zebra, 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 zebra. Nice deep breath. So, where is everywhere that you are still wishing and hoping instead of knowing? Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, zebra, 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 zebra. You know, I remember when I really started my consciousness journey, and I really started looking at everywhere that I really wasn't willing to know what was true for my life. And you know, some of the things that I can remember really coming up for me was I always felt this like underlying feeling of wrongness about who I was. Like, if I actually knew who or what was going on in my life, like I would have to come to terms with the fact that like I was this terrible person, or that I had done all of these terrible wrong things in my life and I had made all these terrible wrong decisions, right? And if I actually allowed myself to know what was true, that I would actually have to start acknowledging that. And you know what's the weirdest thing about that is it's not even true. Just feel that for a moment. You are not a terrible person. You are not covered in wrongness. You have not made a million terrible decisions. Have each and every one of us made maybe not so great decisions in our life? Absolutely, positively. We all came here to learn. We came here to grow. We came here to shift and change and to finish out our patterns of what was required to learn for our soul. Is there things that we have done that maybe wasn't our best choice? Absolutely, positively. Are there things that other people have done that wasn't their best choice? Absolutely, positively. But I'm willing to bet you, and I would bet you, each and every one of you, money, that anyone that has came into your life and has done, quote unquote, something to you, you knew there was a possibility that they could do that. You try to talk yourself out of it constantly, right? Because that's what we do when we're in wishing and hoping, right? We have awareness of it. Oh, you know, this could happen, and we go, oh no, 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 that's not going to happen. Why are you being such judgmental? Why are you thinking things about someone that you don't even know is true? We all do that. We all try to talk ourselves out of being aware, right? Because we get awareness and then we tell ourselves how wrong we are. Everything, all of that is, and everywhere you've done that, and everywhere you've perpetrated that, and everywhere you're cycling in that. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. What is everything that's keeping you and wishing and hoping? And everything, all of that is, all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Awareness isn't going to do anything but improve your life. It's going to give you more power to make decisions. It's going to give you more information to make the best choice for you, for your children, for those around you, for your family. Just keep letting that vortex out. You're not going to find out something terrible. You're not going to find out anything that you don't already know on some level. Whether you're acknowledging if you know it or not is a totally different story. And one of the things is a lot of times people will go through this process and they'll start telling me, "Oh my gosh, what if this and this and this?" And I'm like, hold on for a second. Don't now is not the time to even jump to conclusions. Now is the time to get clear and ask questions. Okay, so when you get into really knowing, it doesn't just mean that you just randomly listen to all of the noise in your head. You still got to ask questions like truth. Is dot 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 dot. Is that true for me? Or is that something else? Right? So one of the things that I go over with people, okay, so I'm going to go back to that entering into a new relationship. Okay. One of the things that is very, very true when you're entering into a new relationship is if you find yourself in a lot of that head noise where you're going, oh, this is true, and then you're going, oh no, it's not, and you're playing that ping pong back and forth energy, okay, stop. More than likely, if you're ping ponging, you are downloading the correct information. You're just not allowing yourself to be aware of it. Okay. So what you want to do is you really want to know what's real and true in that relationship. So you want to stop and you want to ask yourself, truth, is the first thing that you thought true, or is the second thing that you thought was true? Which one feels lighter for you? And take a deep breath. Untangle all of the places where you have decided, where you have points of view, because here's the deal. You have decided something before you actually truly really know. You have to get into your awareness. You have to allow yourself to access that space in those places where you can know. Everything doesn't allow you to access your knowing. Everything, all of that is, and all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. And everything, all of that is right there, and all of that, 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 all the way out, and all the way out, and all the way out, and all the way out. And all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Evoke, can't rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate. And vaporize, 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 vaporize. You are an infinite being with infinite choice, and we live in an ask and receive universe. If you ever want to have awareness about anything, all you have to do is ask. The universe is always providing you with information that you require. If something doesn't feel right, more than likely it isn't. You can get the information you require by asking questions about what it is that you're struggling with. You no longer have to, I don't know anything. You can know everything. You can know what's true for you. You can know what's true for other people. You can know if you're in alignment with other people. You can know if other people work for you or not. You do not have to wish and hope any longer. Everything that doesn't allow that for you. All of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes. And can we just choose that now? Here we go. Vaporize, 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 vaporize. And let that all go. You are an infinite being capable of creating an infinite amount of happiness in love and everything that you desire. But you have to get in the awareness of what you want to create. You have to get into the awareness of what you want your life to look like. You have to get into the awareness of what is true for you. Every single time I went to wishing or hoping, it was kind of one of those things where I went through and kind of control alt deleted wishing and hoping from my vocabulary, okay? Because I didn't want to wish and hope anymore. I wanted to know. I wanted to know if someone was capable of creating what I needed them to create. I wanted to know if this relationship was going to turn out good or bad, right? I mean, how much more would you be able to do with your life if you knew for sure what the people around you were capable of creating? How much more could you create in your life if you knew for sure what a choice was going to create for your life, if it was going to expand your life or if it was going to contract your life? I mean, don't you think that you're worth knowing that information? Everything that doesn't allow that for you, can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? Vaporize, 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 vaporize. Nice deep breath. When you get to know what's true for you, you get to access all of these places and all of these spaces that you may have never even considered for your life before. Because all of a sudden, when you get to make choices with certainty, and you no longer have to wish and hope it's going to work out, you no longer have to take all of that time that you spent wishing and hoping it's going to work out, and you just knew if it was going to work out or not. Let's just receive here for a moment. What can you add to your life to always know what's true for you? Yeah, and just receive and just receive and just receive and just receive. And I should add some stuff here, because when you look at what's true for you does not have a noise behind it. It does not have a right or wrong answer, okay? What's true for you is always going to expand you. It's always going to expand your body. It's always going to expand you into lightness. What's false for you always feels heavy. Okay, so when you really truly get into what's true for you, you really truly have to connect to your body. Like wishing and hoping is kind of one of those mental energies, right? You got to continuously project energy at it, wishing and hoping it's going to work. Where when you get into what you know and what is true, it's a body energy. It's an expansion on what's true. It's an expansion on what's light. It's an expansion on your life. Where what's false has a contraction with it. So when I say having awareness, it's like following the lightness. It's like even when I look at relationship, I'm going to go back to that same example I've been using. Okay, so if I'm looking at if someone is in alignment with who I be, right, that doesn't mean I'm going to have complete and total awareness of every single aspect of the whole relationship. That means that if there's a lightness on that, I know that this person has the same amount of maybe core values and energies and information that I do. That doesn't mean that the relationship is going to be all roses and kisses, right? But it does mean that there's a lightness there that's capable of creating an alignment that is going to expand your life. And that's really what you're looking for. You're looking for the alignment of expansion. in every single choice that you make, right? Then once you choose it, and this is what I'm telling my clients all the time, your choice always creates. Okay? When you stay in wishing and hoping, you're never really actually completely made the choice. Okay? It's kind of like, this is a good example I like to use often. It's kind of like, I'm going to go on a boat ride, but I'm going to stick my, I'm going to stick my foot one leg off the boat, right? Because I'm gonna have to stay in control, because I wanna make sure, I'm wishing and hoping that the boat's not gonna sink. So to make sure that the boat's not gonna sink, I'm always gonna keep a foot off the boat. Okay, well, what are you doing there? You're dragging the boat down, right? You're pulling the boat over to the side. You're creating like a weird energy in the boat, right? If you're in the boat and everyone's in the boat and you got your leg hanging off the side, that's not going to work. So when you get an awareness of what's true for you, you got to get all the way in the boat. You got to make the choice. You got to say, okay, I asked some questions here. This is in alignment with what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm going to get in the boat. Okay, and you get in the boat. You get in the boat all the way in the boat. You choose the boat. You get in the boat. You get out of your head. You completely stop wishing and hoping that this is going to work, and you just get in the boat. And you take a nice deep breath. And you stay in your awareness. You stay in what you know. You stay in what's true. You stay in what you are receiving. You allow yourself to continuously be aware. You don't then ditch your awareness. You don't ditch your the information that you know. You stay aware. Okay, and you stay conscious through the whole boat ride. You don't then drop your foot off the boat and start wishing and hoping again. No, you're in the boat. You choose the boat. You choose what's true, right? And you take a nice deep breath and you stay aware and you stay present. And as it continues on, you allow yourself to stay in your awareness. You allow yourself to stay present with what's going on and what's real and true. And as things come in, you keep evaluating those things. You don't wish and hope now. Okay, now I made the choice. So I'm just going to wish and hope that it's going to work out. No, you still stay in your awareness. You still continue to question. You still continue to be present. And if things change, and if it starts to get heavy, and if it starts to get hard, and it starts to feel contracted, and it starts to feel like the boat is sinking, then you make a different choice. Because you know what's true at this point. Okay, this is, I was in the boat, I rode it for a while, now it's starting to take a different direction. Time for me to go. You don't stand there and go, oh, I already made this choice. I'm going to stay here wishing and hoping that it's going to work out. No, you stay aware, right? Okay, I'm aware that now the boat's starting to sink. Okay, so what can I choose now? Where can I go now? This boat took me so far, right? Because the boat did, it took you so far. Once you chose it, and once you got the information, and once you decided to get in it, it took you so far. And now the boat's going, okay, now I'm going to go a different way, or I'm going to go a different direction, or oh, I'm sinking. Okay, then you're going to take the next boat. You're going to take the next boat that has the information that feels true for you. This might be a bad analogy here. But the thing is when you're following your awareness, it's not just one straight and narrow path. It's plenty. And sometimes it means you got to hop to a different location, and sometimes it means that you choose something very temporarily because you choose it, and it starts to change, or it starts to shift, and then you got to choose something different. But when you're in your awareness, when you're in your truth, when you're in what flows and what works for you, you don't have that upset, because you know what, sometimes you have to choose something that works for a little while, and then things start to change. And if you're not wishing and hoping, and you're staying in your awareness, you're aware when things start to change. And once you start getting an awareness that things are changing, you get to make a different choice. Yeah. More space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space, more space. There's a lot of energy moving here and a lot of things coming up. And all I really want to just gift you today is more presence and more awareness to really know what's true for you, to really have the courage to be able to follow what's true for you and really speak your truth. You know, I have some pretty cool things going on right now in my business, and there's an amazing group that I run that, you know, we really get into this place where we really start looking at how to make decisions and how to really live in that authentic trueness and alignment of who you be. Yeah. And one of the things I have learned in helping people really walk their truth is sometimes you need someone to help you and encourage you and show you how to do the right thing. And that's okay. We have learned how to exist in this world based on our viewpoints and our points of view instead of really turning inward to what our body knows to be true, what our life knows to be true. We get caught up in this anxiety of making choices from the right and wrong and the good and bad instead of really checking in to see what we know about the situation, what our life knows about the situation, what our awareness knows about the situation. I have amazing groups of people who join me for these adventures, and I would love to have you as well. I would love to help you get out of that wishing and hoping and really truly know what's true for you, because I'm here to tell you right now that when you know what's true for you, when you truly know who works for you and who doesn't, and what path you want to take and what path you don't, life is so much easier. Yeah, I work with people every single day who are struggling with extreme anxieties. And that anxiety is built on that wishing and hoping emotion. It's built on that um, really divorcing your awareness and really following what you have decided is right and wrong and good and bad. And the thing is that's what we're taught. That's what this world is built on. That's what this reality has taught us how to do. And I'm here to tell you that allowing yourself to be aware, allowing yourself to stand in your awareness, allowing yourself to really know what's real and true for you changes everything. Nice deep breath. You can live a life of ease and of peace and of joy and of really making choices that light you up and really bring you this amazing amount of lightness and trueness that you feel throughout your whole body, not just temporary trueness that radiates through your very being. You can have that. Everything, all of that is, and everything that's keeping you from truly being connected to what is true for you. Everything, all of that is. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. If you're ready to know what's true for you and you're ready to really ignite your life and really be in alignment with what you truly desire in your life, please visit me online at www.jamie-bates, BATES.com, and explore with me. Message me. Let's chat about doing a group. Let's chat about doing some private coaching. Let's really take your life to the next level. Now is the time for us to live in alignment. Now is the time for us to live a life that is light and free. And I am currently looking for more people who are ready to take the adventure on and who are ready to really live that life of ease. So thank you so much for listening to me today. And one more time, let's just do one more clearing here. What is everything that's keeping you and wishing and hoping instead of knowing? Everything, all of that is, and all of that, 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 all of that. Can we just choose to remove all of that from all of the universes? And can we just choose that now? And vaporize, 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 vaporize. Let's just let that vortex all the way through and all the way out, and all the way through and all the way out, and all the way through and all the way out. Awesome. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
You have been listening to Expand Your Reality with your host, Jamie Bates. Thank you for listening.